Welcome to Geeks 4x4, the most YouTube-related excursion channel in all the YouTube. And today, we are going to finish fixing the Excursion Wander. We are installing a tie rod, we are installing a new track bar, we are installing a new drag link. Last week, you saw us install a redhead box. The week before that, I showed you guys what I bought and opened it all up. Thank you for coming back to the channel today. Let's get right to this. This is, hopefully there's some comparisons in here that are helpful, showing you guys the Monster track bar from PMF is absolutely beefy. I am really impressed with that. Don't forget, there are links down below to like PMF as a sponsor and stuff. Tell PMF, if you go to PMF and buy the Monster track bar from them, tell them, hey, Geeks 4x4 sent me. Okay, before we get started, I am not implying that everyone needs to replace all this stuff. I'm just saying, if you've got a Wander and you haven't checked your front end for loose parts, you need to check. And if you've got loose parts in these things, you need to upgrade them. And these are upgrades. You're going to see why I'm replacing the track bar right in this next clip. My Wolf off-road track bar that I've done an install and review on is bad after 25,000 miles. So I'm pretty disappointed in the Wolf off-road track bar, and I'm sorry that I suggested it. But now I'm going to try a new one. And the new one is the PMF Monster one, and I really, really like that one. The joints look like they're going to last forever. So anyway, check all of your joints and then replace as necessary. But anyway, let's get right to the video.
I think you can actually see it right here. You can see the center line of that. I should probably put it in the camera. Of that is like right there, center line of it. And the bolt is going through it right over here. So it's actually offsetting right here right now. So anyway, that's the joint that's bad on this. And I'm just gonna replace the whole thing. Pulling cotter pins first. Like I said, I'm just gonna pop this whole unit out. End knuckle to end knuckle, and then I'll have to unbolt this bolt on the steering shock. I don't know if I'll do this one or not. We'll see. One of the two. And then this mount needs to be transferred to the new tie rod. This mount. New tie rod. Drag link, also gonna get replaced. I actually bought a real ball joint puller, so I'm gonna pull that out easier than not. In the instructions it said you could not put the pitman arm on, but you can't put that box in there without putting the pitman arm on. I guess you could not connect this to do their pass-through of the fluid. Yeah, I think I'm probably not going to connect this down here. So anyway, time to start pulling parts off. All right, the tie rod and drag link are out. So now I have a lot more space in there to work and get that power steering box out of there. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to pull the track bar next or if I'm going to start on the power steering box, but I'll let you guys know. All right, so as I start to build this, I'm going to show you guys things that I think are cool. This actually has a groove for this lock. The last guy that did the alignment on my truck did not put that lock in, but this has a cool groove, so you pull the bolt all the way out for it to slide, which is good and bad. It means that the bolt has to come all the way out for it to slide when it's driving down the road, but it also means the bolt has to come all the way out for it to slide when you're adjusting it, but that's okay. I will take the driving down the road because it's going to be driving down the road a lot more of its life than it's going to be adjusted. This is the adjustment sleeve. This one's a little different, obviously. Same width and everything. But yeah, this also has a little lock collar, so it can lock these two together when they are down, so that they don't slide or anything like that, so it doesn't have that center hump. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're gonna keep going. Alrighty, I got the tie rod about ready to go in. About the same length. The adjusters on. The other thing I'll say, I've noticed the adjusters, those are really nice. So those are, the back one is a 19 millimeter, and the front nut is a 17. That one is a 17 and 15. So like, we all know that everybody uses these impacts when they're adjusting these guys at the shops. And so the manufacturer decided smartly to put big old nuts and bolts on it so that they can whomp on them with their impacts. So anyway, and then I moved this. There's actually these little bars. You see these little dents? Well, this one has the same little dents. And I measured it even out, and then I looked and I go, oh, it actually goes on those. So that was really easy. So thanks for including those. And yeah, we are gonna move on to the drive.
Interrupt you and remind you, Trail Hero is the first week of October. I will be there in Mater, the Tan LJ. I am leading a bunch of trails, but there is a Geeks 4x4 specific run that is on Wednesday. We are running Tokerville Falls, and come hang out with us. I got stickers to give away and probably some prizes and things like that. But yeah, come hang out. We will see you guys there. There's going to be a link in the description. The trail signups are closed online, I believe, but you can still show up and sign up in person. So we will see you guys there first week of October, Sand Hollow, Utah.
I also said I'd be comparing sizes as we do here, as we go along here. Sizes of tubes. The new one actually looks a little bit smaller. Might be made out of a stronger material. Other than that, everything is the same size except like the hardware, like I was talking about. The hardware on that is much nicer than this. I don't know if this is, I know it's not original. I think this has been replaced. It has 325,000 miles on it. It has to have been replaced. But I don't know what brand that is. So anyway, yeah, it is what it is. But these look pretty nice too that was on there. But this is beefier that we're putting on. And yeah, I'm excited about it. So track bar is coming off next. All right, so this scale isn't quite 0. It starts at like 2.5. So we're gonna say that this is 15.5 minus 2.5. We're gonna say this is 13 pounds. That is the original. That's not the original. That's the Wolf off-road tractor. Let's look. This joint is bad. See the rubber coming up on the bottom side there? Yeah, that's no bueno. 20,000 miles. All right, we'll get the beast. This is the only way I've decided that I can show you guys any difference. I bet they're gonna weigh close to the same though. Just from feeling them, this one might actually be lighter. Ah no, it is 17, so it is 14.5 pounds, so pound and a half heavier. But look at the joints that PMF puts on this thing. Let me wrap one of these candy pieces for you. Maybe. Come on. There it is. Look at that joint. There's my hand next to that joint. And there's my hand next to that joint. It's not even like here. That is a whole different story, and that's like an actual I'm joint. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. All right, well, it's actually pretty close to its adjustment right here. Just spin these out just a little bit, and this thing will be ready to go in, tighten up. It's gonna be sweet, guys. I'm excited. Okay, track bar is installed. Man, coming from off-road background that you guys know I have, I really like that track bar. That thing is extremely beefy, extremely easy to adjust. And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll put the tie rods on, get the tires, you know, pretty straight, and then I'll measure from the frame, the same point on the frame on each side to the tire, and I'll make sure that this thing's centered. I think it was pushed off to one side before, so we'll get it centered up. But right now it's in the same position, same length as that one was. You get it in there, you put one side on, and you get it adjusted out, and you spin the center bar, and then you adjust it to the holes, and should be about right where it was before. And yeah, that takes a bunch of torque on the bolts. I'm going to do that really quick, and then I will throw the tie rod drag link on. Alrighty, got everything in there. Just need to do tightening, new track bar, new tie rod, new drag link, all the joints, new steering box. Yeah, this is going to be pretty sweet. Well, there you have it. I am really, really happy with how this drives. You guys saw in the redhead install video that I
showed alignment specs and stuff like that. So if you're looking for that, those are at the end of that video. There's chapters and stuff on that one. Might even do chapters on this one for you guys. But anyway, I'm really happy with all this stuff. All the parts went on really nice. All the boots and everything, the joints, and those joints on the frame and the axle on that monster track bar are insane. You guys saw them. They're like the size of my hand. I don't know. I am really excited about that. And anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you guys next time. Next week, little sneak preview. We are building a bumper for Blue Bob. So come back next week. We will see you then.